Leo versus Jay, dude. Frost v Frost off the bat. A bit of a rematch. I think these two dueled each other one of the first few matches, wasn't it? It was a big lockdown by Leo versus Jay. The silence, the slows, the grips, it does make it a little tougher. Leo tried to see if he could just wait and spend some time getting over. What is your ghoul doing? He's just stuck with legs right in. He can just swim. He's just swimming through the ground. What is happening? Full grips in. Jay, does he have a defensive? He does have some sort of survivability, but it's still more lockdowns. Yet another grip. Yoink it back in. Trying to keep him nearby with all these other riders of the apocalypse. Silence was used really early. Jay did use a trinket. Following onto Leo. Dropping a big meteor dome down for a second. As Jay just looking for a bit of that shifting power. I don't know if he can go for an interrupt. Try to go for a kick. I don't think that connected. Grip is in though, so I don't think he did go for a kick. No, he didn't go for a kick. He never kicked. Otherwise, it would have been a precog and no grip. He just got himself yet another bit of burst, a bit of damage there for a second. Oh no, it wasn't. I think it was just a normal. I think what I looked at is I saw Remorseless Winter and I saw like all these frost effects around you. I thought it was your full burst. It's just a frozen orb on the side. Honestly. But Jay just survived the first go by Leo. And Jay could not really go for too much counter pressure. Did do a bit of damage to Leo's health bar, but not enough to really get a lot of, to draw blood too much, as well as to draw too many defenses out of him either. So it is a little bit yeah, a little bit interesting. Raising gladiators to a new GG. Exactly. I mean, honestly, that is the best way to like really learn quick as to how to duel, right? It's just to play against some of the best out there. You learn quick. It's like riding a bike, but like a very challenging bike that's also trying to kill you. You know what I mean? You'll learn how to ride quick. Especially like a Saya, you'll learn quick. Although warriors do have a hard time against paladins, so you may learn that too. I think that's probably going to be your very first lesson is, okay, that class, someone counters me, a little bit toughy. Maybe a little bit of toughy. Leo just trying to see if he can get some AoE down. Catch Jay does get to avoid the frozen orb for the most part. Ooh, I like how the random freezes happen with mages though. Just get hit by frost. Rogue paladins and the bush for rogues. They are true. That is true. Paladin is definitely one of the tougher ones for rogues. I feel like Lasso is outlaw, at least in a comp, right? In a 1v1 is definitely tough, but in a comp, I don't know. Yes. Actually, yeah. No, like, oh. Yes and no. We've actually seen outlaw rogues do really well against paladins or in the NA. Now, yeah, with light sword, yeah. With, yeah, with light, he does do really well against them. To be fair, Trickster, I think, really makes a difference. Really makes a difference. What Leo's telling us. Leo trying to see if he can see in focus here with him and Jay. Just continue to pelt them. Actually, the little pelts that Jay can find, the little line of sight, lances, and everything, it's actually pretty good. Leo might just have to pop a defensive. Does go for a defensive stun onto Jay. Does go for a blink, but he's unable to escape the burst. As long as he's within the range of that big Remorseless Winter, he can't go anywhere. Does go for the trinket. What was that burst? Before he can even block. What was that? Leo just pulled out the guns, pulled out the big stops there. He got himself the proper lock that it was like, I'm in, zeroed in, let's go. We're doing it, we make it happen. And Rick is gonna be up next. I love the parasol he's got. It looks so nice, it looks so good. Look at that thing. He does have the Shivara rolling in for Leo. That gives him a little bit of a heal, a little bit of a body to death strike off him. But where he's at right now, unless he goes in for a gripper to Rick, he's not in a great spot. Shadow Fury does connect. Waiting for the succubus. Succubus catches him. This gives an opportunity. Does break out of religion board. Grip right in, but a port right after. He's ready to go. Second grip is available in case he needs to. Second grip is available in case he wants to do it. He does have a gateway right next to it, so he's probably going to end up using it. But that actually may not be the worst. Riders do get someone in. I don't know if you can get enough damage on that thing. There's another grip. Locked down. He is going to go for a gateway. Yep. Trinket and a gateway, so he does end up using both. So that's a lot of defenses. Hold on, for Leo, this could be good. He doesn't have another board for another grip, but for the next one, he does not. And he won't be able to use a gate, I don't think. For Leo, he just knows he can't run out in the open, dude. That succubus is that Shivara is gonna catch him. Try to see if he can port him. He's gonna port him behind the pillar. Leo's a bit out of position. This could be really good for Rick. Still got himself line of sight. At the very least, does drop it down Infernal, porting on top and trying to get aggressive. This is where Leo may just have to commit something. He doesn't have burst, but that's a full stun. Does break out of it with an AMS, looking for a bit of that cover behind the pillar. He's playing it defensively, but it's going to be constant pressure he's going to deal with the Infernal. That is not going to feel good at all. Got himself the ghoul, immediately sacrificing that thing. Overlord charging around. Oh, Look at that damage. I mean, Rick barely is over there, and Leo's just melting. He just jumping around, trying to see if he can get a Shadow Fury, Shadow Burn, Conflagration. So far might be it. Does it do it? Oh, almost. Silence, stun. Leo trying to see. All in Hail Mary. This is it. Last thing he can do in this situation. Wall this off. Yet another Soul Fire cast in. Rick is getting beat up bit by bit. Trying to go for a bold kick. Wait a second. Mortal Coil. Rick is so low. Wait a second. Does he go? Oh no. Leo pulls it off. He does bring it back. No way! I thought it was over. I thought it was a light. I thought it was curtains for this man. But it's still here. He's still fighting. He's still shooting. He's still trying to make some sort of a play. He doesn't give up. He doesn't give in. And I love to see it. This is the gusto that I love seeing. My God. Against all odds. Rip and tear until it is done. It is perfect. I almost want to see if I can. I almost want to switch out the mix completely, switch out the music, right? Get a little bit of this, get a little bit of Doom going. Hit it with a rip and tear. You know what I mean? Oh man, that was just inspirational. I'm not even kidding you. That was amazing. Shiny does get beat up though, however, by Goer's. No trinket available. That is a send. So he does live through some of the worst of Goer's damage here. Like, so some of the most painful moments. He still does have some Doomans by the looks of it. DK's skill perfection on like red Pallies. Oh, come on. Chris says you have an out for Pallies. Then again, you're not the only one. You're not the only one. I feel like Pallies, they do get bullied. Why are you bullying me? I don't know what happened. Was Shadow Meld? A Shadow Meld reset, wasn't it? I was thinking that second totem was gonna get you, but I think Meld, Rake Stun, stops the totem, but also gets you another stun co for Goer's. Yeah. Goer's might just be able to turn us around on you. Hold on, both of you are super low. You do have bleeds. Goer just needs to live. Oh, is that enough? Oh, Tempest, not enough. Oh, but a little shocky in the end. A little shocky boy in the end. Well done, well done. Well done, I can stand them. Chat, if you play Red Pally, Christus does not have anything against you personally. By the way, that Plague version of the Proto Dragon looks gorgeous, by the way. How do you get one of those? All I have is a Time Lost Proto, but that Plague one also looks sick. Like, literally sick, because it's Plague. Like, it looks like sickly. It looks kind of like an undead version, but it looks awesome. But just in terms of looks, Garage is trying to see if he can avoid him. He's got his Firebird here. I love the way that thing runs. It actually also is a Proto Dragon model, but essentially a skeleton. But I feel like every time I see the bird, it runs around like a chicken. Like Proto Dragon, I feel like looks kind of like almost threatening, menacing. But the bird, the Firebird, is like, it just looks like a chicken to me. Am I the only one? You can't get the Plague anymore through black market. Really? So he actually has a really rare one then. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's awesome. I had no idea. Yeah, all I have is the Timeless Proto. I got that the last week, I think it was. Did you guys see the clip? Did you guys see the Timeless Proto clip? I feel like I've shown everybody the Timeless Proto clip. I think I've shown everybody. I think it's been everywhere now at this point. That clip went pretty, that clip went everywhere. And he does get blasted out. Full ascent. Oh, but let's go for a fear. That's perfect. I don't know if he has a stun to lock down. Does he have himself heal Bloodthirst? Ah, but 60 is 40% dampening. Does make it a little bit tougher to come back though. That is a tough one. That is a lot of just condensed burst damage. That fear was perfect. Maybe like fear, wait until it's about to fall off, then stun to like prolong the CC chain so that ascend basically falls off hopefully by the end of it. That is tough though. That is very, very tough. I think Blaze-Storm and just trying to get Bloodthirst while you have full Friends of Regen trying to heal you was not a bad play. Dampening though does make it a little bit less effective, just by a bit though. Just a lot to fight through. Stun onto Goer's, does go for the knock on the pets, trying to see if he can avoid it, but I think right now he's in a good spot. Bilbo is in a great, fantastic opportunity to potentially take down the Goer's. He doesn't have a sentence for a while. Does have Bloodlust coming up very, very soon. Doomans is in, so it's going to be a lot of Maelstrom. Maybe he can make some work off of it. Does go for a big Tempest onto Bilbo. Once you get Maelstrom, those lightning bolts are going to hurt quite a lot. Bilbo, you better be very, very careful. Does go for a defensive here, just in case things really ramp up. Goer's with a scatter for a second, does get taken out. Well done, well done. Hell yeah. Have you seen my new puppy? Exactly, was exactly. Have you guys seen my new puppy? You're right, you're right, you're right. Is it Saya next? Or is it Blush? Who's next? Is it Saya? Is it the boy? Is it the boy? Neo? Shut up, Neo, dude. Shut up, Neo from Matrix. Is gonna get himself a proper opener. He knows there's gonna be traps slating around that pillar. He knows it's gonna be there, dude. He knows. He already knows. He did slow by the pets, though. Which one of the pets gets a slowing you? Or is it someone else that's slowing you? That's pretty good. Handle freedom available. Just keep moving. It's going to be tricking out of Bilbo. Immediately getting hit by Dawnlights back to back. That is going to be already damage. Even if Saya can catch up to you, that's going to be pain. Does go for feint. Does not remove the dot. Saya's getting kind of low, though. Lay on hands does get used. Looks like he had a little light bulb above his head. Like, oh, I got an idea. I'm just going to heal. I'm just going to heal. Does have traps around the corner. Bilbo, not a lot of health available. Does at least see Saya. I don't think he'll be able to pull his pets back for a camo or anything. He does have Turtle. I think if you put Turtle a Hodge, that's the only thing that may potentially give you like some kind of like a modest chance at a victory here. Modest in the best cases. The tar traps do help out a lot. Scatter for a second. Does get a Hodge? Oh, it doesn't matter. The hammers do it. Hammers do it. Fuzo, you're the last one left. Saya did not have to commit too many cooldowns. Does you lay? So maybe this gives an opportunity to get a bubble at him really, really early. The Saya with the stun immediately, trying to see if he can get a setup. Stun on back onto Saya. Does not have a trinket. Maybe looking for a bubble here really early. Spell Warden instead. He does have a bit of damage back to you. And you could go for regenerating actually with a Spell Warden, honestly. May not be the worst, but Fuzo not popping immunities. Searing Glare to follow is not going to get CC'd by it. Saya trying to see if he can back up out of this, still holding on to a bubble. If he can get himself behind the pillar, Searing Glare might give him opportunity to heal. I don't think he's going for it though. I did try to see if he can make some damage happen. Does go for a kick. Is that enough damage? If you have enough damage off of a kick, you can potentially like break past the bubble. But Fuzo just tried to stay calm, cool, and collected. Bubble out of Saya. Does go for the bubble. Fuzo may need one as well. Does go for the bubble as well. Saya can at least go for a bit of regenerating. Recovering and look at the regen. 66% dampening, but it's a little bit more effective than spamming flash of lights. Just a little bit more. Next stun, I think, wins this. Next stun is the winner, and Saya, I think, takes it. Plush goes in for a quick smoke bomb. Put it on a show at the end. Gore's picking up 3. Leo picked up 2. Saya picking up 2 as well. I didn't realize Gore's picked up 3 there. That was well done. I was just still starstruck by Leo's play. That was amazing.